59.
All right. Now it's working. It's time for the salt. God damn it. Looks like I just swallowed some fucking salt.
Yeah. I mean, don't worry. I've been there before, too. That's all I'm saying.
This is going to be a very angry dumpster fire stream right now.
It is.
So I see there's already Snapchats before we even start the freaking show because you people are awesome. Fucking awesome. But Tree and I are going to talk a little bit about the games before we get into it.
We're going to get triggered.
Tom Brady is an asshole. He's so fucking good. Like, he's like herpes. He just cannot be stopped.
The thing you have to realize, too, is like when we saw them decline throughout the year. That's the problem. Like, there wasn't any indication that they'd return to this form. That's what I don't get. Like, even if you went in, like, New England circles, they said, yeah, we're... And they bought it. And now he's back to prime Brady. It's like, to be fair, part of it's because the Chargers choked and Kansas City has a terrible secondary and Bob Sutton. But I don't know.
How many times have the Patriots been eulogized, though? How many times?
They've been saying this for about 5 years. But I thought, well, we all thought this was it because they lost their best receiver to a relapse. Rob Gronkowski was injured to hell. They only really had offensive weapons in Julian Edelman and Sony Michel. Their D was very suspect. And now they're plucking random secondary like corners out of the middle of nowhere. Jonathan Jones, J.C. Jackson, Kyle Van Noy from Detroit.
I don't get how they bring guys to New England. What's the other tiny white receiver's name?
Chris Hogan.
Hogan, whatever.
Buffalo.
Yeah. And he's pulling
Gilmore, but he was a big free.
Yeah. But how do they, like, every one of them pulls dick moves out of their ass in huge moments. And
because they know how to scout. They know how to find guys.
Mm-hmm. They probably don't even start with the interview. Like, they don't measure their intangibles. They're just like, hey, can you go through this?
Are you a smart player?
Right.
Yes. Okay, then come to the Patriots.
Yeah, they probably put them in an escape room before you're allowed to come to the Patriots. Like, can you get out of this room with 5 other people in it? You're Patriot material there. And now, can you pull catches out of your asshole in the AFC Championship game? That's what they do. Fucking Patriots, man. And the other thing is, people want to complain about these overtime rules. They won under the rules that they were given. So
yeah, I don't really bitch about the overtime rules because if you score a touchdown, you should be at least rewarded for it. If it were a field goal, like
right,
yeah, exactly. Stop them on at least 3 3rd and longs, dead to rights. You give up the same damn play to Julian Edelman twice and Rob Gronkowski. Whose fault is that?
Yeah, I mean, I watched that whole game. I was like, every stop that Kansas City made was a fucking miracle. Honestly, Brady was.
It's what we've been saying all year. Their secondary's terrible.
Yeah. There was no real contender, but Brady did that to the Chargers, who supposedly had a great defense. So I don't know. The Patriots find ways to get guys open, and Brady never makes the wrong read ever.
Yeah, but one thing, well, Brady is also a guy that picks apart zone D like there's no tomorrow. He'll always go for like the safer bet, like the 5 to 10 yard short pass and kill you with that instead of like going deep all the damn time. Mm-hmm. And he can go deep.
Yeah, he can. That's how he's able to. Right, but that's how he's able to do those little pick apart dink and dunks is the threat of him going deep because they do that to Tyrod Taylor, and they're like, hey, throw it deep. And he throws it deep, and it goes into the sideline. But when Brady throws it deep, it goes right into Julian Edelman's fucking hands. So, I don't know. And James White is a talent. He was pulling catches out of his ass. Like, Brady does have a supporting cast, But he gets all the credit, does he not?
James White is a very strong pass-catching specialist. He's been able to replace Dion Lewis pretty well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In that role.
He was
and
scouted
in Sony
well.
Michel, you have your big game bell cow back, which what's the last one they really had? Like, because they've mostly been going running back by committee.
Like Stephen Ridley?
Like once, maybe for that 1 year. Then there was like Lawrence Maroney for a hot minute.
Yeah. They had LeGarrette for a while, just punching the ball into the end zone.
He was more of a situational power guy, though.
I'm thinking of there was a guy that was like a prime back for them. I forget.
It was Robert Edwards. That was the big rookie, and then he tore his ACL in the Pro Bowl on the beach, and he was never the same.
Oh no,
Corey Dillon was another big one.
That's who I was thinking of. Corey Dillon. That's
the old bungle.
I don't think he won a ring. I think he's one of the few. Like they signed him and they didn't win the Super Bowl, something like that. Or they got to it and
they went through a little bit of a lull from like 2004 to like 2011.
Until Seattle gifted them that Super Bowl.
Yep.
And then
Atlanta gifted them another Super Bowl.
Yep. And now they're in their 9th fucking Super Bowl.
9 Super Bowls in 18 years. I mean, hey, fuck the Patriots, but that's impressive. I'm not gonna lie. I have like a weird sort of respect for them, you know? Like even as like a Steeler fan, and I should hate New England. Fuck New England. They do everything wrong and they're a bunch of cheaters, but they win, and honestly, the way they do things, you can point to them and say that's why they are always beating the Steelers. That's why they're infinitely better than the Steelers, because they have structure and discipline. And they also have people that buy into the team. They are nowhere near as talented. But they play like a team.
Has there ever been a game that Tom Brady started where you rooted for them to win? Ever?
None.
I would say maybe to beat the Rams, and then we had no idea that this problem was going to be that pervasive.
Back in the time, too, St. Louis was considered like a heavy dynasty favorite, the greatest show on turf. They were exciting.
They were supposed to smoke the Pats, and the Pats, that was one of the biggest upsets ever. And that was big. And now 9 Super Bowls later, you've got Tom Brady in it pretty much every year. Just, I don't know.
It's the NFC Invitational. That's pretty much what it comes down to. It's New England Patriots versus whatever.
Yeah.
We're reaching NBA levels of you're fucked. It's not.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so that's one. And then let's talk about the Refball game. The Saints
Jesus Christ.
Getting fucked out of a championship. But, they should have
Saints got fucked.
They got
fucked.
They did get the ball in overtime and then coughed it up. So
you can make the argument that was pass interference too. Because the dude pretty much held him until he released him and pushed off. You can make that argument too. Even though technically the ball was deflected, so it's not
you can do whatever. Once the ball's deflected, you can rape the guy.
That is a stupid rule.
Yeah,
I don't understand that one.
Gotta give him props for deflecting the ball. If it's tipped at the line of scrimmage, it's free for all. It's a live ball. But that call on that PI. Here's the thing, right? Should there be should there be a booth review somewhere in New York that can do the common sense?
What they really need is a video judge. Somebody that can look at the camera angles and make decisions on the fly. So they're not going to be able to see certain things that the refs on the field can't. That's what I think they really need.
Right.
And they also need to stop relying on judgment calls so much. The judgment calls are what's killing the league because nothing's consistent. We don't know, okay, this ref considers this roughing the passer, and this ref considers that roughing the passer. You're getting a different game call every time. And that is what's killing the league, and that's why everyone's confused as hell.
Yeah, I mean, they really
somebody inadvertently touching Alvin Kamara, he's looking at a specific angle that it looks more violent, that's pass interference. Yet blatant helmet-to-helmet hit where the guy's not even looking at the ball is not pass interference, and that was deliberately interfering with the ball. That's textbook pass interference. And the ref, said it was a bang-bang play, which is bullshit.
Yeah, if NFL is going to be a year-round thing, even though the season's only 4 months of the year, reffing needs to be a year-round thing. Those refs need to be together working, plying their trade. Like, the NFL needs to stop being cheap, and it's clear that when they try to cut corners, that's like, the product that you get on the field.
Most of them are still part-time, right? Because I know they have a couple full-time refs.
Yeah, the LJs and the BJs are all like, you know.
Yeah, most of them are just like lawyers by trade and like throughout the day.
They're judges, and they just like ruining people's lives, and they're just like, yeah. So I just cannot believe that there's not enough investment in the reffing.
The NFL's never going to do anything until like people stop watching. The NFL's MO has always been this: completely ignore the situation at hand, and then something really damning occurs, and it's happened throughout their history. Look at it: concussion protocol, CTE, like the replacement refs, what the fuck is a catch, quarterback injuries, roughing the passer, and now this shit. And then suddenly they completely overreact to the situation and go way overboard with it, which is why it goes even worse. Look at the Ray Rice situation. It's the same damn thing. Slapping the rest, 2-game suspension. And then it comes out he deliberately socked the woman in the fucking mouth. Indefinite suspension. Fuck you, buddy. We'll see ya. Bye-bye. This league is a joke.
Don't ever play again.
I'm sorry. It's a fucking joke.
And it still happens. Tyreek Hill is playing in the AFC Championship game, and Kareem Hunt...
Well, technically, he served his time. Kareem Hunt was technically less violent, but you want to know something about that? The NFL had information about that over the summer, and they did nothing until fucking video came out. And just watch, there's going to be more video on maybe, I don't know, the Antonio Brown thing with the furniture off of the balcony. There's apparently footage on that, and there's going to be footage on other shit. And it's going to keep happening because the NFL does not give a fuck as it keeps printing fucking money.
Yeah, well, they're perfectly fine with letting Tom Brady play in the Super Bowl. They got their LA Boston matchup. It's two of the biggest markets in NFL. They want to build an empire in Los Angeles, and I am no way saying that the league is rigged. I find that to be fucking bullshit. Refball affects everyone equally. But at the end of the day, I think they'd rather prefer Boston and Los Angeles than like Kansas City and New Orleans. Yeah. Because football fans would enjoy that. I'd enjoy Kansas City, New Orleans. I mean, I'd enjoy fucking New England, New Orleans. People are going to watch the fuck out of
Boston and LA, you're going to get more eyeballs because you get people interested in the spectacle of the game. You have two top 5 markets in the country. They're going to make money hand over fist.
Hold on,
and we're just going to be sitting here sulking.
Highest Super Bowl rating. Hold on. Highest Super.
I want to say it was last year was pretty good.
Probably last year would be it.
Because Boston, Philadelphia. That's an old rivalry.
Oh, here we go. Highest rated Super Bowls. Oh, gosh. No, it wasn't last year that was number 1. It was 2015 was the highest. And that was what?
That was Denver, Carolina, right?
Yeah.
Or was that?
No, it's Patriots, Seahawks.
Oh, passing the ball on the 1-yard line.
Yes. That was the highest ever at a ridiculous share.
Seattle had a lot of marketing, too. They also have the rest of the Pacific Northwest, so they also have like parts of Idaho, Montana, and Oregon.
114 million is the estimated average U.S. viewers. That's 1/3 of the entire population of the United States.
Of course.
All right,
let's watch TV.
Let's get to these wonderful Snapchats. We got about 15 minutes.
Thank you for dealing with our salt.
Yes, we're very salty.
I'll be a salty motherfucker. I'm sorry. This Super Bowl is completely tainted, and I honestly, I can't even stop thinking about that. I'm sorry.
Not even happy that I nailed my predictions on the dumpster fire 6 months ago.
The Saints should have made the Super Bowl. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm going to keep saying that. I understand New Orleans' frustration. Because if that were any other fan base, they'd be doing the exact same fucking thing.
Yeah, I know. It hurts. It hurts, but Jared Goff made some big-time fucking throws, dude. He did make some good throws, and the Saints really blew an opportunity to go.
I would really say Greg Zuerlein's your real MVP there.
Dude, that lick was good from 80.
It's clutch.
Yeah. All right, let's start into them. And how about we switch on and off, all right?
Works for me, brother. Right. I can get to the first one. I think it's Mr. James Amadei.
No. There's one above that.
I must have missed that one.
It was done at 4 o'clock today. 5 hours before showtime.
I have mine up since like 6 or 6:30.
All right.
Jesus.
Lewa503, I'm giving you guys my $5 of my college instead of my college because you don't make me feel like a piece of shit. Man, what kind of asshole professors do you have?
Dude, that's college though, man. Right. College doesn't give a shit. They just want to take your money.
Also,
most of that's going towards like $300 textbooks that the professor probably wrote.
Also, thoughts on the rookie goalie boom. So one, I would just want to say, like Biggie Smalls, to all the teachers that said I would amount to nothing. Who is it that does a bit on that? He's just like, yeah, a whole bunch of teachers were telling young Biggie Smalls that he was not going to be shit.
I don't know, man.
Anyways, also thoughts on the rookie. I mean, it's happening because a lot of goalies are aging out of the league. That's what's happening.
And most of the ones with older goalies are starting to fade off. Look at Florida.
I love
like Bobby Lou is not looking good, unfortunately. Like he's fading because of injuries and age. Lundqvist, I mean, how long does he have left?
Yeah, Georgiev seems to be playing a little bit more lately. Do you see the moves that the Oilers have been making, by the way?
Yeah, dude, it's Peter Chiarelli. I mean, dude, I'm just waiting for like his big moment to just fuck everything up, and I'm just gonna laugh my ass off at that.
He traded
threw $4.5 million at a guy that's played a third of the season in the NHL. Apparently, he's done well. I know Oilers fans that love him, but at $4.5 million, really?
Yeah.
Come on.
As a Ranger fan, I'm loving the Strome deal for Spooner, and then they cut Spooner. They just cut Spooner.
No, even better, Strome was traded for Jordan Eberle.
Yeah.
So he made Jordan Eberle instantly disappear.
Right. So now
Strome's doing okay with you guys.
So the Rangers got Eberle for Spooner, basically.
No, Eberle for Strome.
Oh, that's right.
And then Strome got traded for Spooner because Strome was underachieving as crazy.
Right.
And then Spooner just underachieved to fuck, and he'll probably be claimed by a bad team, maybe like the Senators or the Red Wings or something like that.
So I'm sorry, I messed that all up. So Edmonton basically got nothing for Eberle and Strome.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that guy Chiarelli is a clown. All right, now you can read the next one.
It's also the boys' club too in Edmonton. They're under his ear to make the playoffs, and like
good old Daryl Katz. Daryl Katz looks like he spent all his spends wads of money in strip clubs. He's just like,
he does a lot of cocaine. He's like, you know, it'd be good. Let's trade for the guy that broke Connor McDavid's collarbone, and trade his best friend while you're at it too.
Chiarelli, make it happen. Bring me some more of that coke. God damn it, Pete.
He does look like he's an '80s boy.
Yeah,
hanging out with Lowe and McTavish and talking about the glory days.
Right. Lowe and McTavish. If Craig McTavish wasn't on cocaine every time on the ice without a helmet, like nothing, I don't want to believe anything if that's not true. Like McTavish was snorting lines for sure.
That was 80s hockey, though, man.
Yeah.
But James Amadei for $5 live from the United Center. I must say, go Hawks. And never trust the refs, kids. They blow it like the Texas Rangers. Mm-hmm. Hey, at least the refs weren't down to their final strike. They never go down to their final strike.
They're always going to be there. The refs never get called out. But
no, of course, they're unionized.
Right.
And no one gives a shit about that. It's also that, like, if you're going to fire them, all that's going to happen is you're going to bring in more inexperienced fuckers that suck.
I didn't realize you were subtly dissing the Rangers, who were down to their final strike twice, I think. Twice.
Yep, twice.
Yeah. I was like, this is over, and then he let the third baseman freeze. Just plunk a home run or something.
No, it's because they had Nelson Cruz in fucking right field when he can't field with a fucking dam. Right. It's the bottom of the ninth, and we have a poor defensive outfielder in right field. Should we keep him out there? Nah.
Just let the ball. Yep,
he's good.
Yep, he's bad. All right, Tucker White for $6.66, the Satan donation. Thank you. So Super Bowl 53 is between the Evil Empire and Stan Kroenke. All right. Bring on the asteroid. Well, you know.
Personally, I prefer the nuke, but that's just me.
You want the nuclear winter. You want like the radiation. You don't want the cold bitterness of.
That's what Stan Kroenke pretty much gives to the world. So let's be real.
What is
it's going to rain hair pieces if he wins the Super Bowl.
I was gonna make a toupee joke too, but you beat me to the punch. I was like, he must keep the nuclear detonation key underneath his hairpiece. But yours was better. That would be funny if you know what it would be. It'd be like those tribbles from Star Trek, but it would be Stan Kroenke's hairpieces like multiplying and taking over the world.
Pretty much
what would happen. All right, the squid. No, wait. You read the next one. Sorry.
The squid for $5. So is it the ref's fault Sean Payton called 2 passing plays inside the 2-minute warning while in field goal range? That's the part that's never going to be talked about because the Saints also blew a 13-0 lead. But unfortunately, the key play was that missed pass interference. Because if they make that call, they can just knee the ball. Like they'll take a timeout. They'll knee it a couple times. They'll go down to about 20 seconds or so. Kick a field goal, and then it's much harder for the Rams to do it instead of like a minute 40 on the clock and then doing it like that.
Yeah, I think the Rams would have got it back with 40 seconds and no timeouts, which in the NFL is really hard to score in that situation. I mean, it's possible. It's been done, but you got to get it in 2 plays. And, I don't know. That call was just so egregiously bad. It's not about the decision making up to a lot of people say a game doesn't come down to one play, but it can swing on just a missed play, a blatant disregard for the rules. And then the whole time there's the after effect too, where they're just sitting there thinking the whole time like, fuck, this game should be over, I don't know. It's really hard to survive a disaster like that and still win. So,
yeah, I mean the Steelers, we were used to that with the Jesse James no catch, and we're sitting there like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then nobody's going to talk about that terrible last play because guess what? You're still pissed about the no catch call.
Yeah. And it seemed pretty obvious that Zerline probably could have hit from past 50. So
yeah, he could have hit like 65.
Right.
Probably.
So the Rams actually with 40 seconds, with 40 seconds on the ball, I don't know. They might have tied it back up. So who knows?
Unless they just run the ball a couple times and get a touchdown, which is also possible, but
they could have scored the touchdown.
Not with that interior D line. That's the only thing. Yeah. So we can do what ifs for as long, but New Orleans should have gotten more time with the ball.
It's true. What if I wasn't so ugly? I could just start.
Yeah, exactly. You could be banging strippers left and right.
Yeah, that's right. I've never banged a stripper. Are we on Flylatory or is it? Yes,
it's Flylatory.
Okay. Flylatory, yes. What's up? Isles officially got Eberle for nothing now. Yes. That's true. That's right. Now, Tree took me through it. I was like, Eberle, how is he involved in that? But yes,
the great
Eberle
magician Peter Torelli. I'm going to take this underachieving Jordan Eberle and make him instantly disappear.
Right.
And hey, great finishing act.
And out of all the number 1 picks, right, the only one that is left there is now
Connor McDavid and Nugent Hopkins.
Right. Nugent Hopkins is a decent pro, but Taylor Hall's gone. And they've got Adam Larson.
And you also have Draisaitl.
Right. But Draisaitl wasn't a number 1 overall. Yakupov is garbage.
Yakupov, number 1, and he was just a dud.
Right. And then McDavid, yes.
All tools, no brain.
Right. Sorry about all the rights. All right, you get Eli Arbaiza's next one.
Eli Arbaiza, $2. Thoughts on the Reds' off-season moves? They're interesting. I think they really are just saying we're tired of being 5th place in the NL Central, and we have to do something about it. Because you are Joey Votto's prime is being wasted. You have a really nice hitting core. You have to do something at that point. And your issue is in rotation. Your issue is in overall stability besides the main core. And that's what I really think they're shooting for there.
Yeah, they added the human cancer Yasiel Puig, right? Got him. And then
Matt Kemp, Alex Wood, and they just got Sonny Gray.
Yeah, and then Sonny Gray. See, I don't like picking up Gray, but Gray seems like a guy that needs to be in a quiet town and not have the microscope underneath on top of him. And he'll probably
work with AJ Burnett. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, if he goes 12-8, that's a good pickup.
Great American Ballpark's much more of a hitter's paradise than PNC, but still.
Been saying once or twice. Great American is a hitter's paradise. Okay, all right, stop. Stop. I'm singing Coolio and in front of people. Why? Why am I doing this? All right, Fly Latore again. Koskinen is getting 4.5 per year now. Yes, that's right. The backup goalie.
When I first saw that, I thought it was like 3 years, 4.5 mil. It's like, oh, only making 1.5 mil per year. That's a nice deal. And then you realize it's average annual value of 4.5. It's like, oh shit.
He's a tendy, right? He's a goalie.
Yep,
right?
He's a goaltender.
Right. So
he was playing in Russia and he was doing pretty well.
Right.
So
they're gonna deal Talbot. Right, they have to.
Yeah, you're not going to get anything for him, though. He hasn't done anything in the last year and a half.
He can point to some things. He can be like, look, when you guys had a team in front of me, I got to the conference finals.
Yeah, but he also had to play 75 games and wore the shit out of it.
Yeah, it's true. But I don't know. Someone will take Talbot, maybe use him as a backup, like an elite backup. I don't know. He's got playoff experience.
Edmonton's got to eat salary in that regard, though.
Yeah. I don't know. You know, he went to like the University of Alabama, Birmingham, I think, Cam Talbot.
I think it was Alabama Huntsville.
Alabama Huntsville, the only one like, even worse. Like, y'all got a rink around here? All right. Do that hockey.
Pretty much.
All right, you got the next one.
Yep. Dodger Zion. What up, Dodger? Go Rams? No. I just say go Nuke. But that is all. Going to a wake for the NFL season on Thursday. What flavor cupcake should I bring to my friend's Super Bowl Festivus? I'd say ones that are involving New Orleans, tears, and salt.
Yeah, just bake the salt right into the dough.
Yeah, like literally just like drop a few, I don't know, maybe some fried gator in there. Cajun seasonings.
Some etouffee. Just put that in there. Some crawfish. Little... And then
blacken the cupcakes. That's what I'd do.
What you should do is like when you open the cupcake, it should just say like missed PI, like inside the cupcake. Like, haha, they missed the pass interference. Like,
how about they blew it? BLEAUX.
Right. Or each one should be yellow flags, like ref flags. and the little cupcake holder should be striped like the zebra, and the little icing, yellow icing on top. Yes. And then on the other one, put OT if they're Chiefs fans, or if any Chiefs fans are there, and no D on theirs. Mm-hmm. Beast of Metal 1989, the triggering of America has begun afresh. You're absolutely right.
Pretty much in all aspects of America, especially with certain things that happened over the weekend, which may have gotten exaggerated a little bit. But yeah, that's not really for this situation.
No, we don't need to talk politics. I just want everyone out there to seek the truth before you rush to judgment of anything.
Unfortunately, that's hard to do in this social media age.
Yeah.
People want to be first, and people want to be like the most.
Right.
And that's unfortunately reality.
Yeah. It's really hard to just be a racist out in public now. I mean...
Of course.
You can be a neo-Nazi. I don't know. Like, I don't know. If
like, dude, if you go out with like a Confederate flag or a symbol or something like that, you're gonna get shit on.
Yeah.
And it's not saying I condone Nazism or Confederate flag. Just if you put that shit out there, you're gonna get repercussions for it.
Right, but the media's made it where like if you're wearing a MAGA hat, you better behave yourself.
It's not even behaving yourself. It's just like, if you wear it, you're a terrible person and need to die.
That's also true. Right. They're trying to vilify anyone that expresses their opinion that doesn't match their dogma. So that's kind of like fascism, isn't it?
And that's pretty much everywhere, too.
Right.
It's not just in particular sides. It's high.
Right. I don't want to get political because then...
Oh, of course. We should stop.
Another aneurysm. I'm already pissed that the Patriots are in the Super Bowl. Okay.
Yes, we should stop. That's a good idea.
All right.
I'll begin with Fly Latore for $2. Luka Doncic is a god and should be an all-star. I've heard he's pretty special. I don't know why the Falcons traded him or whatnot.
The Falcons? You mean the Hawks? Who?
Sorry, the Hawks. I'm sorry.
He's a beast.
With Trae Young.
Yes.
He is.
Luka Doncic. He's like He's like Petrovic. He's just a scorer. He's just got it all, man. He's very good. He should be an all-star. I don't know. Flylatory spending some money. My boy Rivera. That must be Texas. How you say my boy? 100% Hall of Fame voting. Here's what I think about that. Is that nobody wanted to face the New York media for not casting their vote for Mariano Rivera. So
of course, they would have found him.
Yeah. They would have been like, oh, okay, Dan Shaughnessy. You don't want to vote for fucking Mariano Rivera? Fuck you. You're going to have to come on my show and answer why you didn't vote for him. Like
I figure there would have been some guy who just did like a no vote and just like protested. I figure there would have been at least that. I know like there was one guy around here who like just voted for Mariano Rivera, but he's like an old kook and no one gives a shit about him. So
yeah, but if you didn't vote for Mariano Rivera, why though? Right?
Because it probably more relief must saves. Be my bet.
Yeah, but you cannot deny that he's the greatest closer of all time. He just shut it down. Like he had that sense of for everybody that blew what was his name? Felice that we were just talking about earlier, the Rangers that blew the lead.
Neftali Felice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mariano came in and shut the door except for 2001 against the D-backs. But he closed it out, man. He had a cut fastball. He had one pitch and no one could fucking hit it except Luis Gonzalez. All right. Mr. Mephisto, what's up, buddy? $5. Thoughts on the Alliance of American Football and can it be successful as a developmental league? What do you think, Tree? You probably know more about AAF than me.
I would say like it's got a chance, but it needs to be like you have to play it as like a niche. You can't directly compete with the NFL just yet. And that was the biggest thing with the USFL. Like it was close, but then it went to the fall and it just killed them because they also threw a lot of money around and a lot of people just had trouble like keeping up.
People want.
But at the same time, I'm interested to see how it goes. Not gonna lie.
People want that football fix, man. Like it's definitely a very long off season. Yeah, I know the draft starts in April and then camp starts in July and then you're back in August with, preseason games, but yeah, the off season gets really long,
Oh, of course.
I wish football was a year-round thing. My fucking AdSense fucking wishes football was a year-round thing. I'll tell you that.
Football,
anyway.
I mean, you have like draft time and free agency. That's really about it. Like after hockey season, it's like crickets.
Yeah, summer months are rough for a YouTuber. Like nobody does good in the summer though. Like what YouTuber is like, oh man, I can't wait for fucking July, baby. Yes, like nobody fucking.
Dude, a month's a month. That's the really way you gotta see.
That's true. It's when you take your own fucking vacation. Damn it.
Right.
You know what? In the chat, give me some vacation ideas. We've gone to Florida the last 2 years in a row. I need a good family vacation spot. My wife does not believe in cruises, and I'm just like, fuck, I want to go on a cruise.
Cruises can be. I haven't been one in like 20 years.
I want to get seasickness and get some bad shellfish and have uncontrollable diarrhea on a ship. That's what I want to do.
Well, if you're going to do a cruise, you got to do it right. I mean,
right?
You can't go on like a Carnival cruise.
Right.
Expect to get like Carnival's just like, You got to go like with the niche stuff.
What's the best? Is like Royal the best? What's the best?
As I said, I haven't been on it in a while, so I couldn't tell you.
I'm gonna spend my SeatGeek money on a Bahamas cruise. Like,
yep, use the code word FPV for $20 off of your cruise ticket.
Mm-hmm. Or buy some Vincero watches. All right, where are we now?
I can always see up to Joe Haas, so I might have.
Oh wait, I just did Mr. Mephisto. So Brian Wang.
I do not see that one.
18 Brian Wang. Trubisky in the Pro Bowl. What do you think? I think the Pro Bowl has become, hey, are you available this weekend?
Pretty much that's what it is. Like, nobody really wants to do the Pro Bowl.
Right. Oh, you guys want to put your legs at risk for one stupid game of football? Like, they should just bring back the skills competition and just make that the Pro Bowl. Like, or remember,
it's pretty much it's just like a glorified flag football game. No one's trying to get injured. It's just like, yeah, I'm just here to like party and just throw a ball around. That's
what
really
was that show?
It's like us playing in Dallas. That's pretty much what it was. That's what
right. That is. That was great though. Fucking KTO was throwing dots. Flem was getting open, catching balls.
Then at the MST championship game. That's too. Right.
Little Chris from SeatGeek caught a couple touchdowns. You know, it was.
Yep.
It was a magical game. We were clutch that day. You know, like people say that you can't step up, like you got to have it, and we just had it that day.
Reminiscing about the glory days, Al Bundy throwing for 400 yards in the high school championship game. 4
touchdowns, Polk High. That's right. What was that show? Was it Super Athletes in the 80s where like Marcus Allen would run around in like an Ezekiel Elliott half shirt, and they'd be like, all right, who's faster, Marcus Allen or Ricky Henderson? And it was like Super Athletes or some shit. That's what the Pro Bowl should be.
I don't know, man. I forget.
Anyways, all right, Kevin C. Oh, can you see Kevin Sika?
I cannot.
Okay. Kevin Sika for $10. Thank you. I hate the Pats, but fuck the Rams. Horrible owner, stupid super team bullcrap. They're only in because what the fuck is a PI? Here's hoping the Rams get #exposed. Kroenke should get a better hairpiece. I agree with all those sentiments.
Knowing the NFL, like Kroenke will probably get a Super Bowl ring, and the parade will probably have like, I don't know, like 50,000 people show up because, I don't know. LA likes to go for champions.
LA is
the way you get into LA's heart.
City and all. Like, you could do, okay, say the Yankees won the World Series and you threw a parade in LA, they would get more fans for a Yankee parade in LA than the Dodgers would for LA, is basically what I'm trying to say.
Well, Dodgers have a decent fan base.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
okay,
so it's more like Lakers town. That's what the LA is.
Now the Lakers, they fucking go nuts for. They will fucking step on you because if you're at a Laker game, you might run into Jack Nicholson or whatever. And, you know, you can network at the Staples Center. You might be able to drop off a demo tape to a producer that's there. All right, TIE Fighter 94. Hi, 5 points. Can you make a vid critiquing soccer stadiums around the world? I don't know.
The stadium in Manaus. That's what you should do.
What's that?
The stadium in Manaus that they built for the Olympics in the middle of nowhere, like a professional-sized football stadium.
Yeah, that one. It's not actually abandoned.
Yeah, so. They have like a third tier Brazilian soccer team playing.
Yeah,
it's like here, I have a free stadium. It's like okay.
I'm just gonna continue to milk that stadium series for every drop of view goodness that I can. I'll get around to everything eventually. Like in 5 years from now, I'm gonna be like critiquing the worst high school stadium. You know, like look at this fucking dump here. It's just a grass field in the middle of nowhere. Like, send your suggestions for next fucking stadium critique. Like I'll be critiquing like, you know, some soccer field in Iceland and being like, look at this shithole here. This is where the 6-year-old team from Iceland plays. There's only 3 players on it currently. All right, you're at Joe Haas. Can you see that one?
Yes, I can. Since we've seen the Stars, Ducks, and Oilers blow themselves up consecutive with 2 net, my guess is the Wild. You also consider the Blues kind of blowing themselves up around. Like they've kind of melted down over the year. I would say even
it's looking to be a real seller's market, I tell you, at the deadline.
No, it's just like the Western Conference no one wants to win. Like the Canucks could make the playoffs with Elias Pettersson and 3 guys and a bunch of random cast-offs because Jim Benning.
The Isles are killing it too. I don't understand that. Oh, we missed a couple. I thought you could see all the way up to Joe Haas, but there was one above. There's 2 above that. So sorry.
Oops, sorry, brother. We'll get to those. My bad.
Joe Haas, $2. Take a second to ask yourself why Chia has a job. I guess you're meaning Chiarelli. It's the old
Peter
boys network.
Dude. Chia Pet, Chia, and then you water him, and he grows out to burn your team into cap hell. That's Peter
I think what happened was Daryl Katz took a stripper home, got a little rough with her, choked her out, and Chiarelli helped him bury the body. And now that's why Chiarelli can't be fired, because he knows where the body is. He's just like, look, it's in an oil field north of Edmonton, and now I'm going to trade fucking Ryan Strome
for Ryan Spooner.
And then I'm going to cut Spooner because I just don't care. Do something, Cats. I'll give the GPS coordinates right now to Cherry's body. All right, Eli Arbaiza. Other than the Capitals, which of my other teams is likely next to win a championship? Orioles, Redskins, Wizards, or one of the Liberty Flames teams? I think the Washington Mystics have a better chance of those fucking 4 teams right there.
Sadly, that's about right.
The
Orioles is going to be a while. Redskins probably aren't winning anything with Dan Snyder. Wizards are a fucking mess.
Yeah, you got John Wall, Bradley Beal. You just don't. They're great players, but they're just not over the hump players. It's like Paul George in Indiana. It's just not it's not working, man. I feel sorry for the Wizards. They're just, and the Orioles. God, what a sad.
Yeah, the Orioles had a bad season.
Yeah, they are bad, and they're going to be paying Chris Davis forever, like forever. All right, so now we're down to Fly-Latory. Now you can read this.
Yep, Kareem Hunt. Teams have interest in Kareem Hunt. Like, unsurprising. The Chicago Bears need a new kicker, so I know they're going after him. But
Cody Parkey's back next year. They guaranteed him all that money. They're not going to cut him.
They're apparently pissed at him because he went on live and did an interview. They're pissed at him for that. Like, he broke some code, I think.
Oh, I already explained why kickers miss. I don't know why Cody Parkey's going on TV. I have a definitive
because
video.
it's apparently he probably just did it out of intentions of just showing courage, but he never discussed it with the team apparently.
Oh, he's got to ask their fucking permission to miss.
Of
kicks?
course, it's my football culture. You know that.
You should have asked him if it was okay to hit the upright again. Hey guys, I'm gonna hit the upright for the 6th time this year. I hope you don't mind. All right, David Benjamin. Oh, teams that have interest in Kareem Hunt. I think the Redskins definitely look at him because AP is probably done. And what if he goes to the Saints? That would be crazy.
Saints are apparently in some cap trouble.
Yeah,
that's what I was kind of looking up.
Drew Brees
they're probably going to lose Mark Ingram. Yeah.
Yeah. Saints could be back there right again next year. Maybe not. It's hard to stay good.
It depends if Brees falls off a cliff or not.
But the Pats,
because he was showing some warning signs. He was underthrowing a lot of guys.
All right. David Benjamin. I have no sports question. I just want to let you know that I'm watching John Wick Part 1.
Part 1.
Yes. John Wick. I have never watched the John Wicks.
I have not, unfortunately.
It's Keanu Reeves. Just I could never trust Keanu Reeves as an actor because every time I just see him just being like, whoa. He's just I always see him from Bill and Ted. I can never, or Pop Quiz, Hot Shot. I can never see him as a serious actor, badass. Or Neo.
Pretty much.
He was Neo. He was really good with the kung fu. All right. James Amadei.
The thing I hate about this YouTube chat, it's that it doesn't allow you to go back and see previous super chats.
Oh.
It just automatically does it.
How come you don't log in? Can't you log into the admin window from? Don't you have
not
access?
From your page, but
I need to make it so that you can also see the dashboard. I thought I did. I thought I gave you as many privileges.
Oh yeah, I have the password. I just do it from the main thing.
Oh.
I could probably do it from something else.
If you were to go into your browser and then log in as dumpster fire.
Yep.
Or as with your Gmail
now.
But don't log in as your Gmail. Yes.
The dumpster fire, ladies and gentlemen.
That's
we're
right.
good now.
Yes. So I'll read while you're figuring that out.
Yep, James Amadei, right?
There you go. Yes, James Amadei.
Yep. Islanders won Hawks 0 after one bad period. I can buy it.
Yeah, the Islanders are playing good hockey right now. This is their time.
Sharks tied up the Capitals with like 1 second left in regulation. So it's 6-6.
6-6? Nice. A lot of scoring going on, like Daryl Katz in a strip club. That's right.
No, he's 6'9". Remember that.
That's right. Yeah, inverted. 6'9". 6.9 or 68, and I owe you one. That guy, 1 million. Is that 1,000,000 and 1,000? I guess, or is it? Wait, 1. Hold on, I'm trying to. Yeah, it's 1,000,001,000. That guy, 1,000,001,000. Schlosser, what are your thoughts on the Pirates AA affiliate rebranding into the Yinzers for a few games next summer? Wow.
Yep, they're the Allegheny Yinzers.
Is it? Like, I mean, could you construe Yinzer as sort of being a derogatory term?
Pretty much. Yeah. You could, but Yinzer, I think people around here use it more of a term of endearment.
Yeah.
It's like we're Yinzers, we have pride.
Right.
So
right. It's not like race. It's not like it's not like the Alabama Bamas, right?
Pretty much. Now, it's not like you're like making fun of like, okay, we're gonna put fries on like underneath the hat of every baseball player, and we're gonna have like a Permane sandwich like toss with a cannon. It's not like that.
Right. Out of the cylindrical cannon, it just shoots a fucking Permanis. And it just disintegrates like halfway through in the air, and just fucking Permane sandwich shit all over everyone in the crowd, and they're just fine. They just lick it off their fucking shirt, and they're just like, oh, that's
pretty much
good fucking Yinzer sandwich, right? Yinzer burger right there. Fuck it. We're the fucking Pittsburgh Yinzers. I think it'd be funny if it was like the Nashville Hillbillies or something, you know, like something really derogatory. All right, Beast of Metal 1989. If the Rams win, Kroenke should have to take off his hairpiece so that America can laugh at him one way or another. Whoever wins, we all lose again.
Pretty much, we're fucked. That's pretty much what it comes down to.
We are so rooting for the Rams, though. When it comes down to it, like, I always look at a matchup and I'm like, all right, when this game starts, I know who I'm rooting for. And I'm just going to see the Rams and I'm just like, fuck Tom Brady. Fuck Tom Brady.
Oh. That's pretty easy. But, like, I'm used to the Patriots' arrogance because, like, you've grown up with it. It's like, okay, I can kind of deal with them being insufferable pricks. But if it's new, you don't know how to deal with it. Like, I can just, like, have Patriot arrogance, just go in one ear and out the other. Like, I do not give a shit. I can deal with it.
But if Brady wins his 6th ring, like, people are not going to talk about him as just the greatest quarterback. People are going to talk about him as the greatest American athlete ever. And I cannot
There are going to be a bunch of pissed off Yinzers around here. Yeah. Because that's our calling card, the 6 rings. And it's just going to mean they're better. And, like, there are a bunch of people that are going to be salty as fuck. And if there's ever a salt shortage in Pittsburgh, oh, boy.
Yeah, I think Utah's, they've been trucking in salt to Pittsburgh for the past, like, 2 or 3 weeks. They've just been trucking
pretty much. I don't know why. I mean, the city's been fucking salty as hell, like, for the past month.
Right, since AB.
And we'll update the Sharks just beat the Capitals in overtime.
Nice. Threes always produce that goal. Like, it's really hard to go to the shootout. I mean, there's so much ice.
Pretty much.
All right. There's so many odd man rushes, too. Like, one guy makes a turnover, and it's just 2
on 1. Somebody goes deep. It's like, oh, shit, 2 on 1.
Yep. There it goes.
And we got a first timer. We got a cherry pop.
This. Yeah.
YOLO Swaggins. What's up, brother? Oh, was I supposed to keep going? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Read it.
Sorry, brother. My bad. A dumpster fire, ladies and gentlemen. My first super chat. The NFL needs to change overtime rules. Probably the best 2 QBs in football this season goes to OT after a fantastic game, and only one gets to play, making OT decided by a coin toss. the way I see it with that, I mean, with field goals, if it were a field goal, it'd be bullshit. But if you're Kansas City, you got to stop a 3rd and 10 or a 3rd and long 3 straight times. That's my argument with that. And that's why Bob Sutton lost his job. And technically, he should have lost it last year, but I'm not Andy Reid.
Isn't that great? You're Bob Sutton. Like, you are a couple, you're a possession away from the Super Bowl and you get fired. Like,
Marty Schottenheimer got fired after a 14-2 season.
Yeah, it's true. It's all about results. But, like, everyone's happy. Like, oh, man, that was a great season. We made it all the way to the AFC. We hosted an AFC championship. Bob, you're fucked. Like,
dude, Chiefs fans were pissed at Bob Sutton all year long, though.
Yeah, that's true. What is it? But the thing is, what does a defensive coordinator do? He calls cover 2, and if they don't fucking...
He calls plays, and he helps to develop the defense and adjusts to the offensive schemes.
I'm saying a cover 2 is the same.
Our defensive coordinator, like, his idea of scheming is putting linebackers on their best wide receivers.
Just watching them get torched.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right.
Like, that's why I believe the Tyler Eifert, like, convo. Like, even though apparently it was a misread, I kind of believed it because, like, yeah, they're going to put at least 2 linebackers on him in the hospital.
Yeah. I don't know, but to me, cover 2 is the same in every scheme, and how much of the defensive coordinator really, you know, there are certain situations where every D coordinator calls cover 2, and it comes down to whether the safeties and the D-backs can fucking make a play. So
they're going to call like zone more than likely because their secondary is pretty bad.
Yeah, it was. All right. Don't feed Phil. What's up, Phil? Don't feed him. Yes, the call was absolutely terrible, but why are the Saints passing the first 2 plays instead of running the ball, making the Rams use their timeouts? Yeah, that slant route where Drees, where
he underthrew that shit hard.
Yeah, he threw it right at his feet, and I'm like, oh, that was a bad call. Like, you could have just kneeled and, you know.
Yeah, technically, if he threw it higher, that would have been a decent play, but you would have gotten like 5 yards, opened up your offense, but underthrowing it like that, it's like, yikes.
Look, I'm not going to lie. The Saints blew opportunity after opportunity, and you got to give credit to the Rams. They stopped them when they should have, but they had a 13-point lead. They fucked up, but like I said, when it's something egregious like that, you can no longer ignore it.
Yeah, if there weren't that pass interference, we'd be laughing at the Saints right now for fucking blowing it. And if they played it fair, I'd be like, okay, you didn't worry about Refball. But in that situation, it's like, what the fuck? Really?
Yeah, because of that call, the Saints don't get a congratulation.
Yeah, they don't get a congratulation, and they like at least have like a case instead of like, oh, we fucking blew it like last year. Minneapolis Miracle, they're like, yeah, we fucking blew it. This year, it's like now they're out for blood.
Yeah, the Saints. How many wrongs can they right though? They really just had to win. All right, you got this next one.
Yes, sir, with Mr. Anime Holotops. Shirelli is just a puppet of Lowen McTavish. He's a glorified accountant. He has no control of anything besides throwing money around. But he can throw money at some really good players. I'm sorry, Milan Lucic, Chris Russell, Mikko Koskinen at $4 or $5 million per.
Didn't they give Draisaitl some money too?
Yeah, $8 million for 1 year of production.
Right.
But he's been doing okay though. So, but he like broke the market. Yeah. So now, like, guys like Nylander will be demanding more money. Marner, Point, Matthews, Patrick Laine, they're going to be wanting paid. So Toronto, Tampa Bay, Winnipeg, my sincere condolences. You are going to be fucked if you don't win a cup this year. I'm sorry.
Toronto absolutely has to, or Tampa Bay absolutely has to make the finals, but you know, I don't know.
Yeah, like Points due for a contract, and the next guy, and then the year after that, they've got Sergachev and Vasilevsky.
Yeah, Vasilevsky.
So they are in need right now.
Yeah, they are. All right, Dodger, do you want to? Oh, it's my turn to read that. The Super Bowl party's hosted by a very bitter Chiefs fans. Oh boy, who do you think is going to pick Deebo Samuel in the draft? Deebo.
Oh, if it's a Chiefs fan, if you're going to give them cupcakes, just have nothing in there so they just feel left down. Because that's the Chiefs every year.
Right.
Nothing.
Here's your soul.
That's all you should do.
What you should do is just type out or write the word soul and icing and then drop the cupcakes and just step on it and just be like, here, this is what Tom Brady did to your entire fucking city again.
Or technically, you can just put a bunch of clocks on it and then just like be unable to decipher it. There's a criticism of Andy Reid's game clock infamy.
Right. Or just fill the cupcakes with ranch dressing and just be like, these are the Andy Reid special right here.
Heinz ketchup.
Yes, Heinz ketchup. Or Applebee's riblets. Put Applebee's riblets on top of the cupcakes.
Jesus God. What are we going into? We're monsters.
We're terrible. We're awful people. All right, you want to get this one? And
yes,
then
sir, for Mr. Beasto Metal. I'm touched that the vagueness of my triggering comment triggered political talk on this stream. You're welcome, sir. We try not to, but yeah, we fail.
All right.
Tangentially, which league does more damage to itself through bad playoff reffing? The NFL or the NHL? I gotta say the NFL there, because the NHL just like swallows the whistles and does nothing.
Yeah, the NHL kind of gets masked by the game itself. There's so many micro decisions in a hockey game that really you can't and so many things happening, other than the missed goal in Nashville Penguins, what's been the worst? I mean, offside.
And that one you can argue it was a depth of perception because you can't see the puck.
Right. It's amazing how even with 3 refs on the ice, they can't see everything. And then the NFL, you can just isolate and replay over and over that one call over. Like my TL was just filled with that fucking helmet to helmet hit and the refs just looking at it instantly.
Yeah, you can see the guy kind of go for it. It's like, nope, incomplete.
Right. But I think both refs were instantly like, nope, incomplete, no foul. But then they came and talked to each other. And I just wish for once the head ref would have the balls to be like, no, that's a fucking pass interference. Like, fuck both.
But he's denying it because, apparently he didn't see the play. But in the fairness, I think he's more focused on the quarterbacks, right?
Right. Well, I guess the head ref, he's behind the line. So he's watching to see if someone touches him, he's watching the line for holding and shit like that. That is the sideline, the side judge's job is to make that call. And that's why if you have an independent, someone in the booth that can, maybe he's limited to 2, flags from New York a game where he can just be like, nope, you fucking idiots missed that. There's got to be some overarching, we're so connected now that nothing should get past these refs. But anyways, I digress.
But that's not going to happen.
Right. The squid, $2. We already have full read. Can we get full Shirelli? Every year is a year of full Shirelli.
Pretty much. I would agree with that statement.
Is he kind of hinting that there should be a legacy of failure on Peter Shirelli alone?
Peter Shirelli won a cup, though. That's the problem.
He did. By trading Tyler Sagan away, right?
He won that cup with Sagan.
That's right, and then he traded him away. That's right. He got really lucky that cup, by the way. But I can never say that it's luck. A win is a win. And then Tim Thomas went off in the woods to form a drum circle of 1. All right, you got this next one?
Yes, sir. Mr. Jake Lyman. I don't know if you guys follow basketball, but do you see the Celtics in the finals this year or maybe in the future? That's a tough question. This year, they've been kind of iffy this year, haven't they? They haven't really been the juggernaut.
Yeah, I don't think Kyrie's out there. Gordon. Yeah,
and Gordon. Kyrie's a free agent this year too, right?
They've got to go, but I think Toronto is just so good, and Gordon.
There are a bunch of teams. I'm looking at the standings right now. Boston's number 5, Philly's number 4, Pacers number 3, Raptors number 2, and the Bucks are number 1. Brooklyn Nets are actually up there at number 6.
Yeah,
and they haven't had a first-round pick since 2000 and their own pick since 2013.
Yeah. Sixers are fading. They're 31 and 17.
They're still kind of there.
Yeah,
they're still there. They're the second tier. That's the problem.
Yeah, I think the Sixers might be blowing their tank if they don't, make a deep run. The Knicks are so bad. I don't even know basketball like anymore. The Cavaliers are atrocious.
Cavaliers, unsurprisingly, are atrocious. The Bulls are a fucking shit show. Like, they fired the one guy and they brought in this disciplinarian, and like the one guy they threw $20 million at's riding the bench. None of them can play defense. Nobody's organized. It's a fucking wreck.
Yeah. Yeah. They would hire Michael Jordan if he didn't own his own fucking team.
The Atlanta Hawks are deliberately tanking, and they're not even dead. That's how bad. That's how bad it is.
Yeah.
And the Suns are just a fucking shit show.
All right. Beast of Metal 1989. Ultra obscure motorsports alert. There will be 24 straight hours of sports car racing at Daytona International Speedway this weekend. Get hype. Is the 500 this weekend? No.
No. I don't think he's talking about the 500.
No, it's
like I think it's like a road circuit. I think it's like an invitational they do. It's not Le Mans, but I know they do like the 24-hour circuits. Like they have like a couple drivers rotate through it.
Wow.
So I know what he's talking about there.
I've always wanted to drive a car so much that I just pee in a bottle. Just for the sake of
racing. That's the road for you, man. And you can shit post on there while you drive.
That's right. I want to test my endurance by driving around in circles so much that I have to pee in one of these things, one of these bottles right here. Anyways, all right, let's wrap these up, guys. You got to stop Snapchatting because we're gonna cut the show off.
They haven't done in a while. They're doing well.
Yeah, they know the deal, man. We have the best fucking audience in all of shit posting. James Amadei, 2-1 Islanders. Ooh, they're getting off.
Let me check the updates here.
Oh,
it's still 2-1 Islanders.
This next one's funny. Go ahead.
Islanders. Give me 1 second. Let me take a look here. I'm just looking at the scores. And Dodger of Zion, just a reminder. Tree.
Certainly
I don't know about that.
And I think I'm willing to bet he has a bigger vertical.
I think he has a bigger bank account too. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he does. Some facts though. He does not have SeatGeek as a sponsor. I'll tell you that.
Dude, I don't think he needs SeatGeek as a sponsor.
Yeah, he's going to
probably drowning in money.
Yeah, and
he'll make more in the Super Bowl bonus if he wins than I've probably made in my.
Yep.
Maybe.
He's drowning in a lot.
I don't know. Have I? I don't know. I can't tell.
Oh, yeah.
Probably.
Don't feed Phil, $5. For people who complaining about the overtime rules, how about instead of complaining Kansas City should just get a real defense? I'm with you there.
I think that's what we've been trying to say.
I think it would be cool if they did have like if the first team scored a touchdown, you could go down and score a touchdown just in case, like one day I take the over in a game and I need two teams to trade touchdowns in overtime until they combine for 50 points.
Is you just roll for college football rules. You know, everyone starts at the 25. You have your chance. We'll get like 85 to 84. Like
right. Western Kentucky versus Western Michigan.
It'll be LSU versus Texas A&M with like the 8 overtimes.
Right. Yeah. No, someone was saying like, yeah, they should have an overtime where if you score a touchdown first, then the other team has to go down and go for 2, and that's it. And I'm just like, no. What if you score a touchdown first and then you go for 2 and you're like, ha! And then like, I don't know. It just, the overtime rules are, I like the concept of sudden death. I like that exists. And for someone to just get the ball back after you let another team march down the field on you, like, it doesn't seem fair, does it? You know?
I don't know. Maybe.
Now, before it used to really be stupid.
Yeah, it used to be just like you kick a field goal and you win. That was stupid.
Who's the coach that elected to kick?
Marty Mornhinweg, the Ravens offensive coordinator, and that's all I think of. It's like, yeah, we're gonna kick.
You do know it's sudden death overtime, right? Yeah. We know what we're doing.
And they lost that game.
We got this, man. Don't tell me how to do my fucking job, okay? We're gonna kick the ball to the other team in sudden death overtime. Listen, you're up 1 No, it's NHL. We're gonna pull the goalie. It's overtime. We need that extra skater, man. What?
Yep.
What are you talking about? We're definitely gonna score. All right, this is the last one of the night, and then we gotta wrap it up. The squid. 5 bones. Thoughts on laser pointer shining on Brady in the AFC Championship? I didn't notice that. Did that happen?
I didn't notice either. Apparently, there's like an issue with that. Like the last time was like a couple ago in City with Brock Osweiler. Didn't really affect him though.
What about whistles?
I mean Brady.
What about all those whistles during the Saints?
The Saints game. Apparently, that was natural. It was like a high-pitched Saints fan.
Yeah. I think it was all the lamentations of their women after that fucking PI call. They were just like, eh! It was like the shrieking of their souls. It wasn't some guy whistling. It was their inner fucking anger and salt coming out because the refs missed one call. It's simple. If you're a receiver in the NFL, you have to make that catch no matter what. Even if the defender hits you directly in the fucking face mask, like you just still need to make that catch. That's the way to get around it. You know, I think what they should do is because of that, because the receivers make so many incredible catches while being fouled, I think it's kind of ruined the fucking pass interference, right? Because the refs are like, oh, if you have one arm free, you can catch the ball now. So we're gonna let the defender arm bar you the whole time, whole way down the field. So, anyways, all right, we did our hour of time because we're awesome.
It's like a prison sentence, except with Snapchats and Superchats.
No, it's awesome because
and salt.
I could still lament for an hour though over that. Both game that was very unsatisfactory the weekend. Were you
Both games felt like it, I just feel unclean thinking about the Super Bowl. And it's probably me being a salty motherfucker. I mean, you can call me that all you want. That's fine. But it just feels tainted. Just like the whole thing just feels tainted. And I can't shake that feeling.
Yeah. We'll be there. We'll be glued to the fucking TV.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, maybe we'll stream or something and just laugh at it. I don't fucking know.
Yeah. Oh, we should do that. You want to do a live Super Bowl party stream? I had a concept of we should try to get as many other YouTubers on one giant stream, but it won't happen because we suck at it.
The problem is everyone gets flooded. That's the problem.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. But we will react afterwards because it'll be terrible. The Rams are probably the only defense that can stop the Patriots. So,
Patriots don't really have a secondary though. That's the problem with the Rams.
Yeah, we'll see. They shut down New Orleans in New Orleans. Okay, they held the Saints to 20 points. So in the dome, and they scored 23 of their own. So I don't know.
Patriots have the voodoo magic. It's the Patriots. It's always is. It's like, yeah, we're gonna lose. They're gonna beat the Patriots. Fuck them. And it's like they won. It's like, really.
I don't know. I think maybe the Rams try the Giants game plan. You know, just four down linemen. And Ndamukong Suh has got to stomp on Brady's fucking chest early in the game, and we'll see what happens. We'll see.
Pretty much.
Yep. All right, we'll be back at this next week. You have any parting thoughts?
No, I don't. I'm hoping haters got into the Super Bowl out tomorrow. I might do another premiere thingamabobby or whatever, but otherwise, not much.
Yeah, I've got...
Thank you for letting me unleash myself.
Yes, and I was right there with you. I've got the worst Patriot beatdowns ever coming out this week. So,
somebody has a vendetta.
I do have a personal vendetta.
Just do Super Bowl shuffle. They got them all.
All right, we got to read this before we sign off. Randolph Norbert. Terrible movie, by the way.
Two teams nobody respects, the Pacers and the Nuggets.
Yes, I would agree. Nobody respects.
I'd say so.
Yep. The Nuggets are, well,
speaking of Nuggets, is Isaiah Thomas back yet, or is he still like in service?
Who?
Isaiah Thomas. Is he signed with the Nuggets?
He's so irrelevant at this point. Like, he was once a centerpiece of many trades, and now he's just nothing.
So. Yeah, he was like 18 months ago. He was like the talk of basketball. Now it's like,
right. He had a highlight video for his time with the Celtics. Like, okay.
Yep, and like he had like in Cleveland, it was just yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, you're done. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out to the dumpster fire. You're all beautiful, except for me. And we'll see you next week. Fucking Patriot.